Hi, this is a review of the PenLife Wealth Management website suite. And usually it's not a single website but a set of 3 different websites. The first one's the one you're looking at, PenLife Wealth Management, which is at financialadvisorsyork.co.uk. The second website that they own and run is a wealth management website, which is underneath the St James Place banner. So it's under the www.sjpp.co.uk website. And thirdly is their main website, which they've had recently built, which is this one here, PenLife Associates, which is under penlife.co.uk. Now the whole point of this website is to figure out the how the 3 websites work together, what their purpose is, and the best way of trying to get the most out of them in order to generate as many customers as possible. So the first one I'm going to look at is this temporary website, PenLife Wealth Management. This is the one that's been built under BT Customer Street. When you look at the site here, you can see that it's a very simple design with very little content. You've got the information that appears here, which is on the home page, a contact us page, which contains a simple contact form, some address details in the left column, and that's just about it. Now, based on the way the page is laid out and the structure of it, these words that we've got written along the top here, the concept is that this page is designed to generate traffic, which will then be sent to one of the other websites. And you can see here we've got a link, and if you look down there in the bottom right hand corner, you can see that that goes to the wealth management website. Similarly, down here in the bottom right, you can see when I hover over that, again going to that website, and the same again with this link here. So I think the general idea is that this website will be an advert that will grab traffic and then filter them on to the PenLife Wealth Management website to get them to then sign up as a customer from there. Now, the first thing that we need to find out how successful it's been at doing this, because obviously there's a cost to this particular site, and I've been given access to the statistics for this particular site, which you can see here, and over here you've got 2 sets of figures. Over here on the left you've got the amount of people who have found the website, and you can see here you've got 174 via a single location, which is You Find Us, and then tiny numbers here when you're looking at some other websites. Also, in the last month, you can see that 79 people have looked at the site, but the majority of those, 97 sorry, and of those 79 have went direct to the website. In other words, they knew the domain name and didn't come via Google or any other search engines. People filtered to this site via Google. There's only 9 of them. So you're not talking huge numbers of people finding this particular site here. We'll then have a look at some more of the other stats. We'll have a look at the site keywords, and we can see here that this has definitely been set up in order to try and capture content, so that people are grabbed and then filtered through. But as you can see, the numbers of people that you're talking about are fairly small. In the last month, you're only talking about 10 or so people who are actually looking at the site, and you can see the particular search terms that were typed in order for them to find this site. So if we go back to the site itself, I don't know that based on the facts and figures I've looked at there, this particular site is serving much of a purpose. What I'll do is I'll have a quick look at the content here. So I have a look at the source, and let's have a quick look at the title tag. Okay, this is a title here which you can see is Mortgage Advice in York, followed by Penn Life Wealth Management. So there is a title. Mortgage Advice in York seems like quite a good title for the page. Penn Life Wealth Management doesn't really serve any particular purpose in the title tag itself, except diluting the keywords. Let's have a look and see if we can find an H1 tag. And here we are here. Now the H1 tags are important when it comes to search engine optimization, because they are seen as information that's of a higher priority than the rest of the text on the page. And you can see that at the moment it's Penn Life Wealth Management, the title of the company. A little bit of a waste of the tag there, and that's the only H1 tag that's on that particular page. And it will be that header just up here that we're highlighting, is that H1 tag. So looking through it, the actual background content of the page there, you can see that there's not really any optimization going on there at all. So again, it would point to the fact that this particular site's not really serving any useful purpose. For anything, it makes confuse customers as to why it exists. On the plus side, it does have a very good domain name. Financial Advisors York's a great domain name, and you can maybe build some content around this and perhaps pad this site out if you so desired. But if you were to do that, it needs to really be a self-contained site with all the proper details that will be available for someone to make a decision on whether they want to take the financial advice on offer. It also depends on how popular financial advice in York is as far as a search term is concerned, and that's something I can look at via Market Samurai. Okay, this is a keyword research tool, and what I've done is I've typed in Wealth Management York is the phrase that we're interested in, to try and figure out what kind of numbers of people are searching online for these types of phrases. And you can see here that we are talking about wealth management services, 480 searches per month, a competition of over 1,000 sites, with 136 of them that have the specific phrase in their URL and the actual page name itself. So this particular phrase might be a little too competitive, but then when you start moving down, you can see here the numbers reduce hugely. You're only talking about a competition of 35 and 10, giving you a really good chance of appearing really high up in Google for these particular phrases. Now that's important, because obviously if you appear in the correct position within Google, then you'll get your search engine traffic coming through, and that search engine, then people you've got the opportunity to convert into customers. Now going down here, you can see there's some other likely ones. You got 110 people per month searching for wealth management and leads, yet there's only 25 other local pages, and 8 with them is with that particular phrase in the URL name. So again, very likely that you could actually appear really high in Google for that particular phrase. Again, Financial Advisors York, quite good competition, and still 91 searches per month. Wealth management advice, a little more competitive, and it's more of a general statement as well. And wealth management advisors, a little less competitive, but got the same number of searches per month as wealth management advice. And at the very bottom there, why wealth management? So it's more of a question, and you can see that particular phrase has got no competition, yet 73 searches. So there's an opportunity there to grab these customers because they're not being serviced by a web page at the moment. Nobody's providing the information that these people searching this phrase in are looking for. So all you need is a page in your which has, this is the title, why wealth management, and then give some content that talks about the uses of wealth management, why it's useful, and that type of thing, which can then be used to pull people into the site and introduce why Pen Life might be the best option for these particular customers. And you can see there, with no competition, that's 73 visitors per month guaranteed on your website. Now you look at these others above here, and you build web pages for some of these other phrases too. You start pulling in, you know, a few hundred visitors per month if you can get yourself up within the first page of Google. So some good options there for phrases that you might consider using on your website in order to drag people in. I get the feeling that the phrases that are appearing here are ones that haven't really been adequately researched. On top of that, the link through, the actual link text itself to lead from this page on to the other page says click here for our main website, which is a terrible set of link text because there's no keywords in there. Now if it were to say something along the lines of solutions, for instance, you would have that as your link text, wealth management solutions. That then, in Google's eyes, counts as a vote for that phrase against that website. So you have wealth management solutions or wealth management advisors, for instance, and there's your link text. This would then say to Google, okay, this page I'm linking to has got information on this topic, wealth management advisors. So therefore, what we'll do, what Google will do, will then say, okay, that page is on that topic, and place it into its Google index in the appropriate place. So that's a good thing. Having click here is the worst possible link text that you can have in any site. So first things first, I would say this website, in summary, not very well optimized. On the plus side, it does have a very good domain name. It has potential, using that domain name, to actually drag customers in if you consider using some of the phrases that we uncovered here via the keyword research that I did. You could then perhaps use this site with the correct link text and filled out with a little more detail, some more pages. You can maybe capture some Google visitors and then drag them through onto the site. However, there is a but, and that but is, why would you want to do that in the context that you've now got this new shiny website that you've just had built, which basically covers a lot of the same content and information in more detail than this particular site. So I would suggest that you really think long and hard about what the purpose of this site is and whether it's actually now required. It's not supplying, as it stands now, any particular volumes of traffic. It's not particularly successful at driving customers, so I would question the need in its current format for it at all.